Ash Noble here. Welcome back to another stream. Little bit of a late one. I have actually only just got home from visiting the grandparents. I came back a while ago, but I've been out and about before I actually came home. So, welcome to another stream. Today we are doing the aftermath of the Bonkers Mad Friday at the Bar Babylon in Hull. So, if you don't know how we roll with these aftermaths, then basically I tell you sort of how the gig went down, how an event went down, essentially. So all I'm gonna say is wow, take a bow, literally. So the event itself was amazing. It was really enjoyable. The vibe was absolutely unreal. The place was absolutely heaving. The set was lit. So I didn't really know too much in terms of what I was going to play. I'm a little bit of a silly plonker. And I kind of leave it last minute. And sometimes, like, winging sets can be a good thing. And sometimes, depending on like the set, depending on where you're playing, you do need to do a little bit of preparation. So essentially, to cut the story short, we didn't plan anything, just not really by purpose. It was more the fact that we didn't really get time. I was busy. I was on my final week at work before we broke off for Christmas. And basically, cutting the story short, we just didn't get time to really plan anything. So we went there a little bit like, ooh, what tune do I start with? Like, we knew the idea of like the style of set we was going to play. We just didn't know exactly what tracks we were going to play in what order. That was the kind of winging it part. So during the day, I was out at a works Christmas party. So I went into work for the final day and we closed at dinner time, essentially. And we had a Christmas party all afternoon, and we played games and we had drinks, and I played music basically. I DJ'd, which was really good, really fun. And then when we kind of finished up with what we was doing at work, we all decided to head on into town, and we carried on. People carried on drinking. Now I don't drink. I say I don't drink. I don't drink all the time. So every now and again, like once in a blue moon, I will have an alcoholic drink. I will just have a beer, or I'll have a couple of beers, just every now and again. And this can be like every 6 months. This could be like maybe even once a year. It just depends. Sometimes if there's an occasion, and I'm not really doing anything at the time, I will just have a beer. Now, normally, if it's a night of a gig, like I won't touch a drop of alcohol at all. However, when it was the works Christmas party, I just had a couple of beers. Quite a long way off before I was even due to play the gig. And basically, after the couple of beers, I had a soft drink. So I went back onto a soft drink. And then I got some food. I came home and had a coffee and got ready to do the gig. So I didn't go get out on it. I didn't really go and stay on it. So, but yeah, that was basically the score, because when I've got a gig, I don't really drink. So anyway, I was coming home, I was heading to go and get the food, and I walked past the venue where we was doing the gig, and I'm not gonna lie to you, there wasn't really many people in, and it kind of got me a little bit like, oh, I hope it's gonna be a good night. I hope it's gonna be busy when we go there and play. So I'm walking by and there's not really many people, but it's not been open that long, so it's early early days. So I knew there was every chance that it could get busy a bit later on. So I went and got food, went and chilled out for a little bit, and then the layman came for me, and we headed towards the venue. And when we got to the venue, it was a completely different story. It was starting to get busy. There was quite a few people in. There was quite a few people outside, and there was a vibe going on in there, and it was just a really enjoyable moment in terms of seeing the place doing quite well. Then it got ever so closer to us going on, and the vibe was unreal. The vibe was just starting, and the nerves were starting to kick in. And then basically we went on and played the set, and the club was absolutely heaving. And I think at one point during the set, the owner of the venue said that if there'd have been like something like 40 more people in the venue, then they would have hit the capacity. The venue would have been full to the brim, and you wouldn't have been able to, they would have had to have started to turn people away. Like, that's how busy it got. So it was a really mad vibe. It was really like, it was just crazy. So that kind of happened, and then basically we just played a really good set. Then Friday Night Posse came on and absolutely did an amazing set. Unfortunately, the place did not stay as busy. A few people started to filter out, go outside and smoke, and some left and decided to go somewhere else. And it's one of them like town venues where people come and go, so they don't necessarily come and stay all night. They move in between venues, but they've come in there, they've had a little dance, and then they're like, right, I've had enough. So they go on and they move somewhere else, and then basically, we cut the story short. Basically, he still played a good set, and then we went over to Grimsby because that's where he was playing next. Friday Night Posse. We decided to go with him and support the set there. And it was just an enjoyable evening. So it was really good. I played what I thought was a really good set. I tried to cram loads of sing-alongs in there. I tried to get people kind of right into the mood and stuff like that, which is really good. And do you know what I mean? So I was really happy. In that sense, I was really buzzed that was the case, and that was happening. In that sense, and it was. I thought we did as well as we could do. And I think they were happy with how the set went down. And I know like bar staff and other people that work at the venue were capturing lots of videos as their venue, it was really full. So that was a really good thing. And it was just a really, really enjoyable vibe. So big thanks to Bar Babylon for having us. Really, there isn't a massive ton that like I really want to say. There was nothing like really particular like extra specially went down. It was more just like we had a really good set. I dipped the volume and you could hear the crowd singing, and then there was just some like really good moments during the set. There was a couple of times where people tried to like you're taking requests, and like it was a bit hard to hear them, and there was like some people just requested some stuff that there was just no chance. When you're playing a bit of a clubland set, there's limits. There's limits. There's certain things they'll request it, and you'll have a remix of it, and then there's certain things they'll request, and you're just like you've got no chance. And there was a guy who requested some Eminem, and I had a remix of a track that's got the vocals from Forgot About Dre, but unfortunately I just decided not to play it because it's a little bit heavy as the track, and I just thought, you know what, like I just didn't think it would be something that'd go down that well. Like, it might have pleased him, but the majority of it might not have been as keen on it being played. So I was a little bit like, yeah, I'm just gonna give that one a little bit of a miss. But I played some good tunes, at least I thought I did. And then Friday came on and continued to play some good tunes. So that was obviously, a buzz for me. I really enjoyed that buzz. So yeah, what can I say? So once again, thank you to Bar Babylon. I may do a stream tomorrow. I've got a gig announcement that is actually for Boxing Day, so I'm going to announce that hopefully tomorrow. And just basically take it from there. And then that will probably be the last stream before Christmas, because on Christmas Eve I'm going back to the grandparents, and then I'm spending Christmas Day at the grandparents, so it's going to be a little bit, I'm not really going to get time to stream. So if you don't catch the next stream, or I don't get chance to stream it, which I'm hoping I do, then have a good Christmas from me. I hope you have a good Christmas, and I hope you have a happy new year, and all the best for 2025, which is going to be another year. So I'm looking forward to that, and let's go. So like, comment, share, peace. Yeah, that was pretty good.